Okay. I call to order the Bergen Community College Board of Trustees meeting dated today, Thursday, February 8th, 2024. Maria, please read the Open Public Meetings Act statement.
Yes, Madam Chair. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey have been satisfied by an annual notice, including the date, time, and place of this meeting, posted in the first floor main lobby of the Pitkin Education Center of Bergen Community College, was emailed and published in the Record in the Herald News on December 8th, 2023, and was filed with the clerk of the County of Bergen.
Thank you. Our legal counsel, Ms. Perez, will administer the oath of office to Damon J. Anglese and Howard L. Halton. Did I say that? Okay.
Would you like to go first?
I, Damon Anglese,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully,
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
all
of the responsibilities and duties
of the responsibilities and duties
of the Office of Trustee of Bergen Community College
of the Office of Trustee of Bergen Community College
in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey,
in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I, Howard L. Halton, do solemnly swear
I, Howard L. Houghton, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all of the responsibilities and duties
all of the responsibilities and duties
of the Office of Trustee of Bergen Community College
of the Office of Trustee of Bergen Community College
in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey,
in the County of Bergen, State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Mr. Anglese, Mr. Houghton. Now, Maria, will you please take roll call?
Yes, Madam Chair. Chairwoman Blakesley,
Yes.
Trustee Delicio,
Here.
Trustee Anglese,
Here.
Trustee Fletcher is absent this evening. Trustee Horton.
Here.
Trustee Longo is participating by telephone tonight. Trustee Longo?
Here.
Thank you. Trustee Martin is absent this evening. Secretary Morales Diaz.
Here.
Trustee Ranjan. Trustee Ranjan.
Yes, sorry.
That's okay. Vice Chairman Silverstein and our alumni trustee person are absent this evening. Dr. Friedman.
Here.
And our legal counsel, Arlene Q. Perez. Thank you.
Okay, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, does the secretary have a report? Trustee Morales Diaz?
Madam Chair, thank you very much. I'd just like to mention, I'm sure that President Freeman, yourself, Shatal, and Anna, if she were here, would talk about our trip. We went to Washington, D.C., and it was a great experience, my first time there, and I got to learn how hard all of the community colleges throughout the nation, work to get what they need for their colleges. I could go into more, but I'm going to let Dr. Friedman But I just wanted to tell you thank you for the opportunity and let everyone know that it was a great trip.
Thank you. And Dr. Friedman.
I have a report. Good evening. Trustees Ranjan, Blakesley, Morales-Diaz, and Marty, and I just returned from ACCT's National Legislative Summit in Washington, D.C. We were there to advocate for community colleges and their students. Student and SGA Treasurer Daisy Alvarado accompanied us on the trip. We were able to meet with legislators, and Daisy confidently relayed her story and experiences at each of our meetings. All in all, we learned a lot, lobbied for increases to Pell Grants, the end of taxation of Pell Grants, workforce development funding, and several other key priorities. Before traveling to DC last week, I had the opportunity to deliver my first State of the College address during a regularly scheduled town hall. I thank all of the faculty, staff, students, and community members who attended and took part, as I highlighted how the college has embraced the idea of progress. I emphasized our culture of inclusivity and belongingness and reviewed many of our accomplishments. I look forward to this address becoming an annual tradition at the first town hall each year. Follow-up questions will be reviewed at the next all-college forum. Among the central topics of the State of the College was a discussion on enrollment and how we continue to make progress. As we all know, we depend on student enrollment and student retention more than ever before. Student tuition now accounts for the majority of our operating budget, 2/3 actually. As of today, spring enrollment remains slightly above flat to last year, with Spring 2 and Flex 2 still open for registration. So we feel positive. On a positive note, current year-over-year retention gains stand at 2% for full-time students. So if we can hold on to that, that's a significant improvement. Our technology partner, Lucian, and its charitable foundation have awarded Bergen a $25,000 block grant to support 50 students' basic needs, such as tuition, housing expenses, and textbooks. After an application process, the Bergen Community College Foundation selected 50 students to each receive a $500 scholarship through the block grant. The partnership we maintain with Lucian has many positive impacts on Bergen, including our overall information technology operation, the Center for Online Learning, on-campus support for students, faculty, and staff, and our selection for the PATH Scholarship underscores the commitment of our technology partner and the shared goal of helping students succeed. On an interesting note, and I don't often get to read this, but I want to congratulate custodians Rajmonda Bilalaj, William Decker, and Rafael Del Rosario, who have each earned a nomination through the Custodians Are Key program sponsored by the Tennant Company. This annual award program recognizes facilities staff members throughout the country who make a difference in their communities and organizations. The Tennant Company will now review the nominees from throughout the United States and select a winner who will receive $5,000. So congratulations once again to Rajmonda, William, and Raphael, and thank you for everything you do for our college. And I just ran into one of these folks today. We have, for 4 days, photographers from Complete College America visiting Bergen to capture promotional photos of our campus and our students. We were selected after an intense application process, one of only 7 community colleges in the United States. I'm proud to say that Bergen will become a focal point as part of a national photography repository for use in communication and promotional materials by community colleges throughout the country. This type of national visibility continues to cement Bergen's status as one of the very best and most recognizable community colleges in the country. It's important at this point, too, that I read for the record at each of these meetings the status of our Middle States self-study and our Middle States preparation. We've reached an important point in our progress towards our site visit. Each of the 7 teams are submitting drafts to Accreditation Liaison Officer Gary Porter of their chapters of the narrative. In mid-February, Gary Porter will visit the cabinet and report on any compliance gaps identified. In March, the chairs of the 7 committees will present to the cabinet on initial findings. We call this a gap analysis. By May 1st of '24, all final narratives will be submitted to the Google Drive. August 1st, a complete draft of the self-study report will be ready. And the visiting team chair, who we don't know who that is yet, will visit the college in September of '24. I will keep you updated as we move forward. I thank everyone for their commitment and dedication to this very important process. And the nation celebrates Black History Month in February. As I said in my remarks at last week's opening event, our celebration of Bergen's diversity takes many forms, including through our expansive Heritage Months. And I understand that while we were in DC, the county had their opening celebration here as well, and that it went very well. I'm so glad that they chose our campus to do that. At Town Hall, I discussed, at the opening of Black History Month, I discussed how all of Bergen is a safe space, an environment conducive to learning, support, and an ethic of care. Black history matters at Bergen, and we welcome the opportunity to embrace it, to teach it, and learn from it throughout the year. I thank the committee co-chairs, Dr. Maureen Ellis-Davis and Dr. Lou Ethel-Rolliston, for their continued work in imagining, planning the events, and sticking with it throughout the month. I do want to take one quick moment to share with you an email that we received from a Turning Point student who received a scholarship as well as additional financial support for his elective courses through the foundation. Quotes, "My name is Kevon Clark, and I am a student at the Turning Point program. I just reached out to say a big thank you to all who made this possible for me to stay when I thought my dreams were going to end. But thanks to you guys, I can accomplish my goals and stay in the program. God bless you all." This student is receiving a Turning Point scholarship for the fall and spring semesters coming from the Turning Point Tuition Assistance Fund in our foundation. The student's parent reached out to Turning Point for assistance after learning from the Division of Developmental Disabilities that he was unable to utilize funding through that agency to pay for his elective classes. I'm so pleased that the foundation was able to award additional funds to cover the costs of 4 elective courses. We are so fortunate to have a campus community that values and supports the inclusion of all BCC students and who work together to make great things happen. Thank you to Tracy Rand and her team in the OSS, Dr. Trump and staff, as well as Suzanne Wetzel and the foundation staff for all the work that you do and the support you provide. Lastly, immediately following this meeting at 6 p.m., Gallery Bergen will open its latest exhibit, Arrivals, Departures, East 80 West, on the 3rd floor of West Hall. The exhibit is inspired by Bergen's ongoing common read of A Map is Only One Story, 20 Writers on Immigration, edited by Nicole Chung and Mensa Damari. Please take a moment to attend tonight's opening or to visit the exhibit through April 12th. And as always, my great thanks to faculty member Tim Blanc for his role. We do have we have 3 awards to give out this evening, and they are Exceptional Service Awards. So I'd like to ask if each of these individuals could come over to the flags and we'll take a photo together. But first, Dr. Stafford Barton. Over a 30-year period, Dr. Barton has advocated for thousands of students at BCC. His record is more than commendable. As a student mental health advocate, he has demonstrated passion and a genuine desire to make a positive impact. His efforts to raise awareness and support are making a real difference in the lives of many. Dr. Barton has engaged in many county outreach programs to raise awareness about mental health issues and reduce stigma on the Bergen Community Campus. He coordinates programming such as bringing therapy dogs on campus around midterms and finals. He's also the lead on our New Jersey mental health grant. In addition, he has spearheaded after-hours and holiday crisis counseling for our students. Stafford was one of the founding members of the food pantry and has assisted in its tremendous growth. He works closely with the foundation for scholarships and other emergency needs, and now has his own fund, which he contributes to for our students with another fellow counselor. Tonight, we acknowledge him for being a strong and caring advocate for mental health and student success. Secondly, Ms. Mine Ugurlu. Who we all know as Mine. Mine Ugurlu took the initiative to spearhead the humanitarian fundraising efforts to help those devastated by last year's earthquake in Turkey. She proactively reached out to organizations and local businesses, as well as the Turkish consulate, to make sure that our contributions would make their way to Turkey and help those in need. Mine consistently collaborates with clubs on campus to support important initiatives. As a former F1 visa holder herself and a BCC graduate, she truly understands and empathizes with F1 students and the struggles they face while studying in another country. Over the years, she has coordinated dozens of orientations, workshops, and off-campus trips to our international students. She has worked tirelessly to make the International Student Center at BCC a home away from home for our international students.
That's all right. That's the only receipts. What about your hotel? Your hotel receipt? I checked that on the TV. Oh. All right, I'll call it. No food? No.
Not going to say last but not least. Nothing last about this. Dr. John Chakowski. It is truly an honor to acknowledge Dr. John Chakowski on his extraordinary contributions towards creating a more inclusive campus community. For those who aren't aware, John is approaching his 20th year of service at the college. He began as an adjunct faculty member and then transitioned to a full-time position as a supervisor in the Cerullo Learning Center. Now he works on the Turning Point team as a key member of the advisors. John never shies from a challenge, and he's always looking for new ways to collaborate with other departments to create new opportunities for students with intellectual or developmental disabilities. One example of his efforts can be seen in his recent contributions to the college's Center for Adult Transition and the Next Gen grant. By partnering with the college's Office of Multicultural Services and our STEM scholars, John was able to create new learning communities to benefit students. John is an incredible asset to our program and the whole campus community. That completes my report.
Dr. Freeman, thank you so much for that. Things like this really give us an opportunity to appreciate what this community is all about. Thank you for your service. Okay, on to committee reports. As Trustee Fletcher is not available. I believe trustee Houghton, please, I apologize, will be giving the Audit and Finance Committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Audit, Finance, and Legal Affairs Committee met on January 23rd. We have prepared resolutions AF 1 through 3 this evening for the board's consideration.
Thank you. Trustee Morales Diaz, personnel report, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Personnel Committee met on January 25th, and we are ready to present this evening P1 through P8.
Okay, thank you. Site and Facilities, Trustee Longo, are you still?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Site and Facilities met on January 25th and for offering SF1 through 5 for board approval.
Thank you, Trustee Longo. And Education and Student Affairs, Trustee Delicio.
Thank you, Chairman Blakesley. The Education and Student Affairs Committee is offering one resolution on the agenda this evening for the Board of Trustees' consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Delicio, apologize. Strategic Planning and Issues, Trustee Ranjan.
Yes, the Strategic Planning Committee met on February 28th. It's always an exciting time for me each time the committee meets. The team is proceeding as per target. It reviewed the timeline of the strategic planning process, and we are now in the finalizing and approving the new strategic plan for, going forward. It closely aligns with our Middle States plan, and I think it's nicely highlighted here, the entire timeline, if you haven't read it. And I appreciate the fact that we are, gearing up for Middle States and on track. But I think the entire Strategic Planning Committee and all the people involved with the Middle States planning will need to support our president through this process. So that's a call to all of you. Please ensure that everything that is needed is provided and target, because other things may happen, but what we need to do to Middle States to keep us going, that is really important. And so I encourage support towards that, and whatever needs to be done, tasks need to be completed, and they need to be completed on time. Besides that, the strategic planning process will overlay that nicely, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it grows and develops into. I strongly believe in it, and I'm looking forward to seeing the final culmination of the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Ranjan. My report, I want to thank you, Trustee Houghton. I heard you gave a terrific, stirring opening for Black History Month. I appreciate that. Trustee Ranjan, thank you for your work in chairing the New Jersey Association of Community Colleges. The breakout sessions that were geared toward New Jersey were terrific. ACCT is a terrific opportunity. It makes a difference when 2,000 trustees descend on Washington at the same time, all saying the same thing, and advocating very specifically on legislation that will help our kids. I think that's it. We'll get back to you in open session. Okay. All right, that concludes my report. Unfinished business. At this time, is there any unfinished business that any board member would like to raise? Do you want to?
Yeah, I can. I wanted to say it. This year I'm chairing the New Jersey Council of Community Colleges, and it was the largest contingent of New Jersey trustees and presidents and students that went to ACCT. We had a significant impact, plus how we handled the entire process for New Jersey is coalescing together as a group. Even though we said it just simply, now it's kind of become a slogan. It is Go New Jersey, together as a whole. And that's resonating through and through. It included many activities which were geared towards the entire state bonding together, and your input and your support will become valuable, because not only do we have the national legislative agenda, we have a New Jersey state legislative agenda, and it is very important for the governor's office to hear from each and every one of you. So I will be reaching out to President Friedman and to all the trustees and all college members to provide your input, to respond. It's a quick point, click, submit a letter, but that means a lot when it is heard. It results in increased, state funding support. So that's very important. So that New Jersey legislative agenda includes, now it's gearing up for, making asks from the governor for our own budgets, which support us directly. So that's my ask, and
Great.
thank you.
Good, thank you. Any other board members on unfinished business? Okay. Motion to close the unfinished business portion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any objections? The unfinished business portion is now closed. New business, is there any new business that any board member would like to raise? Okay, any board member would like to be heard? Okay, I will entertain a motion to close the new business portion. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Objections? Okay. Okay, objections? Okay, the new business portion of the meeting is now closed, open to the public. We will now open the meeting to the public for their comments. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone, please feel free to come to the microphone and introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, Board of Trustees. My name is Kaylee Cazada, and I am the president of the Student Government Association.
Good afternoon. I'm Stephanie Orantes, and I'm the vice president of SGA.
We are here today because Maria Ferreira had asked SGA to partake in her Super Bowl Soup Drive initiative. So far, we have received over 850 donations from everyone, and we are very grateful for that.
We just want to take this opportunity to thank President Friedman, faculty, staff, administration, and students for all their support. We will be collecting soups until February 13th, so if you have soups at home that you would like to donate, please do so. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. Now, this will go directly to our food pantry? Good.
Yes, it will be donated to Bergen Care Center here at Bergen Community
Good,
College.
good, good, good.
Thank you.
Terrific. All right. Anyone else? Okay, I'll entertain, one more. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Paul Keys. I live in Tenafly, New Jersey. I'm a graduate of this school, 1986. And in 1989 or so, Dr. Fisher convinced me to come back here and start teaching. So I've been either a board member or a teacher, substitute, since then, 1990. And I think I stopped taking paychecks in '87. Not because I have a halo over my head, but because I'm a businessman and I felt if I was teaching classes, I get great employees. And that's what I did. So eventually, my dean is in the back of the room here. Emily. Dr. Fisher, convinced me I got a master's in environmental education, and I run a business out of Tenafly. And I'm here to sort of tell you what's going on in our horticulture department, which is ornamental horticulture. Do you guys know what that is, ornamental horticulture? Okay, you know the 4 areas?
No, please.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. One is pomology, which is the growing of fruits and nuts, right? Olericulture, which is the growing of edibles and the marketing of edibles, right? Floriculture, right? Florists, greenhouses, all of this stuff, right? And then landscape horticulture, which is tree service, landscape, everything you can imagine. So I want you to think about, all of you, how that touches your daily life. Everyone, right? So our program is really important. And when we started to see decline of horticulture in this country overall, it's dead at Purdue, it's dead at Rutgers, right? Imagine that, horticulture dead at Rutgers University. My alma mater, because that's where I went after. And so I have a close relationship with the dean down there, and we're trying to figure out why. But so horticulture is dead, and we're trying to bring it back in the school, because think about how that touches your personal life. Everybody in this room touches everybody. There's nothing you do in a single day, including the flowers in the other room or whatever, that doesn't touch you. And we can also touch every other program in the college. Because of my background, I know Give me a program, I can relate it to horticulture and do a interdisciplinary program like that. So I just wanted you to know that about 18 months ago, I went to Dr. Fisher and I said, look, Doc, we're going down the tubes if we don't fix this. And so this is the effort that has been going on. You should know who. Dean Emily, of course, Dr. Stephen Fisher, Claire Kennedy, and a guy named Chris Raimondi from Raimondi Horticultural Group in Ridgewood. Now I help, okay, I kind of organize them, but they're the team behind this. And they are reinventing this program. We are going to connect it to the vocational school. They have a landscape horticulture program. We're going to connect it back to Rutgers, okay? And we're going to get horticulture back to Bergen County to provide the businesses people with skilled employees. This is a big problem in my industry. I'm in the industry 38, 40 years now. And almost every industry in this room will tell you, we need employees. That's our goal. Get the kids out of school, get them into jobs. That's why I taught, because I knew if I taught, I could pick the best kid in the class to come work for me. And let me tell you something. I had some amazing employees over the years that went on to do very successful things. And if it wasn't for Doc, like saying to me when I was going out the door here, listen, when you're done, come back and do classes for me, I wouldn't be standing here right now. So, you know, the who, what, where, when, why, right? So why are we doing it? I just gave you all the information. I don't want to teach here. It's not my thing. I'm not interested in being on the board. My dean knows this. I just want to see this boat filled, and I want to push it away from the dock. And I'm going to go do something else. But for right now, I need your support. We've been trying. I don't know if you've seen us on News 12. We did 4 segments on News 12 this spring.
I saw.
PR, 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 PR. We need help in the PR department. Now, I'm a frustrated small businessman, okay? I get up in the morning and by 9:30, I want to get it done. I know it doesn't happen that way here. I understand. It doesn't have to be so. That's a conversation for another day. But we need help in those departments. Money, PR, support, interdisciplinary input from the environmental sciences, culinary, you name it, we can connect to it. So that's why I came out tonight, just to give a little public statement, and I'm going to leave it in their hands, because this program is probably in the most capable hands of any professionals that I've ever worked with in my life. And so I just want you to know about that from my perspective, so we get a little bit more attention maybe. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yes, questions again.
Sir, if I could, excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
If I could have 2 minutes of your time or your staff's time at the conclusion of this meeting,
No problem.
I may be able to help you.
Excellent, I'll be outside.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
This is a good connection. Trustee Delicio is very key to the whole educational system in Bergen County. Okay, anyone else? Okay. All right, I will entertain a motion to close the public session.
So moved.
Second, please. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Public session is now closed. At this time, may I have a motion to accept the January 9th, 2024 board meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second, please. Okay, any discussion? Wait, did we get a second?
Second.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, any discussion? Seeing none, Maria, roll call, please.
Yes, Chairwoman Blakesley?
Yes.
Trustee Delicio?
Yes.
Trustee Inglese?
Yes.
Treasurer Fletcher is absent. Trustee Horton?
Yes.
Trustee Longo?
Yes.
Thank you. Trustee Marchi is absent. Trustee Morales Diaz?
Yes.
Trustee Ranjan?
Abstain.
Thank you.
Okay, consent agenda. On the consent agenda for approval for today, Thursday, February 8th, 2024, may I please have a motion to approve the following items? AF1 to AF3, ESA1, P1 to P8, SF1 to SF5. There are no resolutions for strategic planning. Is there a motion on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Maria, roll call.
Yes. Chairwoman Blakesley?
Yes.
Trustee Delicio?
Yes.
Trustee Ingliese?
Yes.
Treasurer Fletcher is absent. Trustee Horton?
Yes.
Trustee Longo, for the consent agenda, please.
Yes, recuse myself on AF1, yes on all the rest.
Thank you. Trustee Marty's absent. Trustee Morales Diaz?
Yes.
Trustee Ranjan?
Yes.
And Vice Chairman Silverstein and Alumni Trustee Person are absent tonight. Thank you.
Okay, motion passes. No executive session will be held tonight. We'll now ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
The February 8th, 2024 meeting of the Board of Trustees is now adjourned. Thank you for coming.